Hello there. I was wondering if the music was going quiet and down a bit then. Alright, so I'm a little bit early, I feel. I mean, we've got half an hour until my fleet hour starts, so I think I need to find out if I can actually climb. So yeah, Crimson here. Let's just move that a minute. Let's have a look how we're getting on. We're 19, we're 49, so we can do a bit on both. Let's start here. Actually, I'll tell you what. Change of plan. Let's start here. Ooh, that's nice. We've got an early battle against Darth Cross. That's a good way warm up. So, we're going to try the levy counter. I want to actually see if I can just get a bit of rhythm with this ahead of GAC. Okay, so let's do that. And that. We have got a concussion mine on us, so that's not ideal. I wonder why they called it a concussion mine rather than a thermal... I suppose it's because a thermal detonator wouldn't apply in space. Same principle, I guess. Here we go. Ask a dumb question, get a dumb answer. Alright, steal all that. Can we make this work? Yes, we can. Okay. We're going to get stunned. Honestly, this isn't looking too bad. Go on, let's put that on Defender. We can't stun Mark 6, but we can certainly keep it under control. I always like doing that ability there, because you think if they do decide to take over the ship, they'll do the AoE, which then gets us out of fear. No takeover though. Okay, so Darth Kulas is 10. I think that's going to be our route of climb today. Takeover resets cooldowns. Are we talking about like the AoE from Chimera? All I know is whenever they do the takeover, they always do the AoE. Hey, Tommy, how you doing, man? Wasn't sure which one we're talking about there. Let's have a look at Lavi. Take control of the enemy capital ship and reset its cooldowns and grant it a bonus turn. Yeah, so that is true, but for whatever reason, when they do it with Chimera, I mean, at least with me, maybe it's different for you, but to my experience, they will always do this, which essentially gets us out of fear. So I kind of like that. You know, maybe you don't need to do that then, but I still like it because you're getting a heal, aren't you? But yeah, that's good to know, if anything. Right, so let's do that squad battle. Naboo raid tomorrow. Ugh. It's like preparing yourself for a gauntlet of sorts. I mean, I don't mind Naboo, at least from what we've heard and all that. I think it's just that daunting nature of, oh god, we got this now. We something big doodle this time. It feels that way. It really feels that way. I'm sort of just bracing for impact. I mean, I go back to it. My main account, I think I've got some decent stuff there. You know, I haven't got Jar Jar yet. I haven't got the Quadme Bros built up, but you know, they're still okay. I'm still gonna be able to do some things in there. I've got the Relic 5 pack, so essentially I've got a team there. But yeah, I've got this dreadful feeling that we're going to drop down in rewards on both accounts. I think after the last raid, there's going to be a bit of greediness in that regard. And I say greediness because before, when we were doing crate, no one full auto, did they? At least and expected a decent score. You know, you might just go in, hit auto and say, right, I've banked my score this round. Cheers, thanks for carrying me, but that was about it. I'm wondering if we can get Ahsoka. There we go, come on, get it. Oh, there we go. Feels weird leaving Cat this long, but it's like, do we need to worry about her? If she's done a Force sleep, that's the most dangerous bit. Same could be said for mine. I have actually done a teeny weeny bit of research ahead of this GAC round, I'll put that out there. I've got an idea of what we might be facing, so we've got a plan if they stick to what they've done in the past. I'm not convinced on Crimson if I'm going to stick to it though. There were one or two where I'm looking and thinking, I've put stuff down that's more off meta than meta. And I'm thinking, if it is the same, we might do that. If there's tweaks, we might move things around because, for instance, I've got Night Sisters down to start a Jabba battle, but I'm not sure that's the most efficient use of them. There we go. The fact they've got 73 already, it tells me they've done one battle and waiting, so we'll see what happens. I've just realised, Tommy, your message on YouTube didn't show up on Twitch. I don't know why. Do I need to give this bot a nudge? Hang on, did it actually show up here? Yeah, it did show up here. Oh, I don't know. Just try and confuse me. That's something right. I was saying that last time we got 29 million and we got over that to 36. So we are probably going to drop here because I think 29 is probably the most we can get. But actually saying that, that's probably alright though, because 29 we were expecting to get 1500. So yeah, I think we're actually on par for what we were expecting. Hey up, Chris. Why is it such a massive jump to the next one after that? Yeah, I mean, this is the thing, right? This raid that I was just looking at, it's been killed off tomorrow. They're bringing in the new raid, Naboo, and essentially, that is what we got in our final run at Endor. So we got the 36 million box. It's a sign of how far you can go when the biggest is 832 million. And yeah, we're projected to get 29 million on the new raid, but that's also not taken into account. It's a brand new raid, we don't know what we're doing, so we could drop down to this tier essentially, which is a little less in each one. But yeah, it's a bit of a concern. Yeah, hope you're right, Chris, by the way. Yeah, I've got it on my mind a bit, Naboo. It's just nagging at me a bit because it's the brand new thing, and it's like, what are we actually going to do about it? Every time I log into the forum, it always does that. You see, I'm not going to be able to do too much with the gun guns straight out the gate. I mean, if they actually confirmed it, if the lowest tier requires gear 12 still. Yeah, it's still there, gear 12. That's a bummer. I mean, gear 12 is such a high entry point. I mean, I've got Boss and Tarpals there, so I could at least try and do something with them there, I guess. Bombardier and Phalanx are my works in progress. I'd like to get Quad May up, but it seems pointless working on Quad May when these two aren't ready yet. I've got the bundle lot for these, like I said. I've got some droids. All in all, it's just a bit of a mess. Or it feels a bit of a mess. The biggest thing I think is going to be looking at these faction bonuses and seeing where is it worth taking characters up to. I mean, I'm not saying look at that and suddenly it's like, right, take your droids to Relic 9 kind of thing, but it's like, Relic 8, that's Separatists, you think, okay, maybe there's a benefit taking some to R8, maybe. Likewise, R7 for Galactic Republic and Separatists, you think, okay, that's probably worth it. I mean, you gotta laugh at this though. This is the R9 tier. 50% max health for Jedi healers and supports. Whenever a Jedi uses an ability against an enemy with Shatterpoint, i.e. maces in your team, all Jedi allies gain protection up for 2 turns. And whenever a Jedi attacks that turn, deal bonus true damage to the target enemy. Then, if the ally in the leader slot is a healer, Jedi attackers gain 100% max health and an allied Jedi gains 100% offense while they have heal over time. I'm sure the Wales will do it, but who in their right mind is going to take Luminara up to Relic 9? I mean, that is... ooh. I mean, I'm just curious here, is there anything for Galactic Republic? Here we are. If the ally in the leader slot is a healer, whenever they use a special ability, increase target enemy cooldowns by 1. That's not bad. I mean, that's a decent boost for Luminara. Yeah, okay. Are we talking about Ainsley? Or is it someone else? Dan. That makes sense. I mean, honestly, I just couldn't justify it for myself. I mean, R9s are like the scarcest resource in the game for me still. That's just too rich for my blood. Where's the reward redeemed for number 3? What are we on about, Rania? Or are you talking about 3rd rather than 1st? If so, there isn't. You have to be 1st. Here we go. You've got your Ahsoka to Relic Knight. GG's. I'm going to say, I'm looking forward to doing that one as far as, like I've said recently, I haven't really got good Galactic Republic on my main, so I look at it and I think, yeah, I don't mind actually justifying taking a few of them up and using Ahsoka as a reason for it. Either Baby Ahsoka or GL Ahsoka, whichever one you want to choose. They really want Scythe here. Let's do that. I think we'll do that. And do that. Alright, Scythe's dead. Bar a miracle. Okay, miracles do happen. Well, we might as well bring this in just to get rid of that, I guess. It was a bit of a waste of a resource, yeah. Yeah, I should have healed Scythe, but I was thinking I wanted to make sure Defender was hanging around. In hindsight, I could have healed Scythe and then topped up Defender, so... It's a fleet climb, I'm not worried about it. If it was GAC, we'd have something to worry about. I know, but I get more opportunities to do things. I can afford to be wrong here. I'm looking forward to Deadpool 3. I've tried to avoid trailers since the last couple of... well, I think it was the first theatrical ones. Was it the Super Bowl that came out? I've tried avoiding it all since then, because I think there's a point when they just show you too much, but... Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, I mean, I've seen some, like there's been set leaks of Talamane's Sabretooth there. I'm like, okay. I don't think it's going to be bad if he's in it. I'm still bamboozled at Jennifer Garner's Elektra apparently being in it. That's like a really weird choice. Yeah, cameo Evan. I mean, to be honest, it fits a Deadpool movie if we're being honest. I mean, I think with stuff like... Well, like those that we've heard of, I mean, I'm sure there's been a rumour that Vinnie Jones's Juggernaut's there as well. And you're like... It's as if they try and take some of the worst bits of the Fox universe and kill them off. Definitively. Yeah, I've heard of her. I wouldn't be surprised if there aren't a few recasts there, though. I mean, I'm thinking of Toad as far as... Yeah, I was going to say, Toad, wasn't he played by Ray Parker, who's kind of toxic to work with right now? Oh, is he back? Right. He must have just bit the bullet on that. I could have sworn there was something about it, because that was why he isn't, they haven't done anything with Darth Maul for a bit. Maybe I'm getting actors mixed up. Yeah. Maybe that was what I heard about. Yeah, it doesn't say anything here. Yeah, I can't say I read the full things on stuff like that, but I did see something and I was like, oh, okay, maybe that's why we're not going to see Maul for a bit. At least until they try and work out what they want to do with it. But hey, Upsop, how you doing? And say we're just chilling for a minute while we got Fleet Climb holding us up. Put this on him in. Can I see Daniel Radcliffe playing Wolverine? Not really. I'll tell you what that reminds me of, actually. That reminds me of The Simpsons, when he played a character that was like Edward from Twilight in a Halloween special. Yeah, I just can't say I would like that. Yeah, I feel like Wolverine, if anything, would be better if it was someone different. I mean, I know you could argue Daniel Radcliffe's different from Hugh Jackman, but I do think there should be something where he's more close to the source material, just to completely change the mold of the character a bit. I know that means you're going off a visual look compared to how good is the actor, but I feel like maybe that's a good way to go. I have not seen Daniel Radcliffe in a while. I certainly couldn't tell you if he was jacked or not. Yeah, I mean, the last thing I heard he was in was it wasn't it wasn't that horror film, not the Woman in White. That's Buddy. That's a Wilkie Collins novel. That horror film, anyway. It was either that or it was in that Now You See Me Too. I think they're the only things I've seen him in recently. I mean, don't forget, people do make actors look like characters. You don't have to look like Harry Potter to be Harry Potter. You can get dressed up and made up to look like Wolverine. Hey up, Kyle, how you doing? Personally, I'd like to see some Canadian guy to get a chance at it. I know that maybe that's just being a little bit biased, but I think it'd be just interesting to actually see a more authentic take on the character rather than essentially, I don't know, just going for the fan cast, as it were. But again, you could argue Jackman's kind of defined that a little bit. I mean, when I think of Wolverine, even though Hugh Jackman's done a brilliant job as the character, I can't help but think of like the X-Men 92/97 version. You know, and I've got a very much a shorter guy in my head who's more older and rugged. But again, that could just be me. Hey, Peter, how you doing? I'm going to say, I've got to fill my stomach out a bit more first. And say, I've got to turn to the blob before I can think about Wolverine. But yeah, I do think there are some people who are born to play roles. I mean, a bit like you say with Robert Downey Jr., Tony Stark, I think that is definitely one that you can sort of say, wow, I can't believe they thought of anyone else. I think there was something about Tom Cruise doing it, and you're like, really? But yeah, I'm doing alright. I'm doing alright, Ada. Let's go back here. So we've got a battle coming up. I don't know who I'm hitting though. I think it's got to be Dalfi. I mean, I suppose you could do something where you essentially do another incarnation of a character, maybe. I saw something the other day, Sopper. Yeah, I'll admit I was a bit distracted after the England game. I saw your name pop up at a glance, and I didn't really take it in. Feel free to say to the chat, though. Yeah, if it's something like that, I can imagine they could do it. Just basically do a fan cast with that reason. Hey up, Shooter. How you doing, man? I say we were talking about you the other day when we were climbing. I think you actually had a Maris for your name. Oh yeah, that was horrible yesterday. It's like, oh good god. I'm just not looking forward to the next England game already. Henry Cavill's playing a Wolverine variant. This is the thing, right? If you end up doing too much of that, you end up losing actors who can actually play new characters. That'd be my concern. They want to run out of actors? Or is it that they kind of want to have multiple actors playing multiple parts? Oh yeah, I mean, I do get that. I do respect the idea of recasting. I think it's more like don't do like a million versions of one character. Have you hit a wall yet, Sopper? I don't... It's just my vibe. I don't think they'd recast Black Panther as far as... I think they'd be happy letting Shuri lead. But it's where the MCU is in such a weird place right now, just for the fact that I feel like a lot of the films are... How do I put it? Because there were so many mixed reviews to films in like the last 4 years, there's a very tentative nature about what to go forward with. So it could be that they want to carry on with Black Panther, it could be that they decide let's just leave that for now. What was the last MCU film? The Marvels. I mean, I said this at the time, I'd rather watch The Marvels than Superman vs. Batman. Not because the premise of that film isn't good, you know, Superman vs. Batman, but because I just found that one so bogged down. But I get why people didn't like it. I mean, each to their own. I'm not getting into Acolyte stuff. I mean, that's a fair point. Do they have good direction? And I think there is an issue with... They've decided to do one MCU film this year by the looks of it. And I think that is a good idea. Just slow the pace down. Get some quality into this film. And then let's just see where it goes. By the way, I thought Episode 5 Acolyte was good. And I will say this, Manny Jacinto, he, yeah, I liked him in The Good Place anyway, so I'm glad he's had a bit of praise from the community, shall we call it. Oh, and about. Just get me notifications done and dusted. Yeah, I do think there was a bit of that, Osprey. I mean, I think, in principle, what they did with the Disney Plus side made sense at the time they decided to do it. I think I've spoke about this before. The idea that they didn't have a lot of things on the service, so they were like, we need to pump out some content. And there were all these side characters with the prospect of doing stories about it, so they were like, go on, we'll do it. But it then got into this position where they were like, oh, maybe we don't do that. So I get why they did it, but I think they've realised they didn't need to do it. So I'm glad they've pulled back on that a little bit. But as far as the films, I think the biggest issue with those, I think because Phase 3 was so strong, people were expecting Phase 4 to carry on. Whereas for me, Phase 4 was always going to have that reset where it's like, okay, we need to set up some new heroes, get some new stories started. And I think because it was very loose compared to Phase 1, like there wasn't a Coulson in each film kind of sort of just keeping them all connected. It was a little less joined. I mean, I know you could argue maybe there was a little bit of it as far as like in Shang-Chi at the end, you got the connections to the Avengers and stuff like that, but yeah, it just didn't seem like they nailed it. I don't think they can. It's impossible for them to recover. I think there was a plan, but we kind of need to wait and see. Stripley, hello there. How you doing? And if you're talking about Manjacinto at his arms, yeah, he looks jacked as anything around you. I must say, I'm impressed how he's worked out for the role. Yeah, I mean, I won't lie, I did get that pat, but that's just because it saved me a load of relics. And gear. I'm glad you recovered, Stripley. I mean, oh man, last night was just horrible. I mean, with like 2 minutes to go in that match, I'd written that I was angry for Ivan Toney coming on, and then I'll admit my words were turned on me. I don't mind that. That's one of my biggest things in football. I don't mind it if someone makes me look a fool. But yeah, I felt for him. I mean, I wasn't necessarily shouting for them to come off, but I was pleading for a change. We were just looking so clueless. And I think that's what's got me in the post-match, the fact that Southgate did seem to be very passive on our views on it. You know, I get the idea that maybe you've got a plan, you know, and for that reason I won't just slate the guy, but equally I'm like, come on, we didn't look like we knew what we were doing. It seems like it's the start of a very long road, Sopper, if I'm being honest. It is the one thing, by the way, the pilotless ships now being, or at least I think some of them are, in the Galactic War Store. That's a big plus for people. Oh, thank you, I forgot. It wasn't anything big, I was just doing a squad arena battle, but appreciate you reminding me. Yeah, I was glad he got the assist, especially after, a bit like I said, I thought he was hung out to dry a bit coming on that late, and by the sounds of it, Tony himself thought that. Yeah, I'm not usually that sloppy when it comes to changing my screen. Usually. I have my moments. I'll tell you who else I felt sorry for, by the way. Eze. Coming on in what I wouldn't say was the best time for a player to be coming on. And he gets brought on and mostly plays at left back. It's like, geez, you didn't really give that guy a good chance to shine. Yeah, again, I didn't get it. It's like, I'm not someone who hates on Southgate. You know, I'm not like his biggest critic out there, but even I'm looking at that game and I'm thinking, come on, this is just way too long. Yeah, the crossing was really baffling me because it's not so much that we haven't that Kane and Bellingham aren't, but it's just the fact that we were doing it when there was like one person in the box, so we needed to try and attack in a different way, and for whatever reason we weren't. We were very one-dimensional, and Slovakia were just happy at it. I wouldn't blame you there, Mary J. I mean, I've been winning with my free-to-play, just doing GMY in the team so that the AI will kill GMY, but I think we can agree that's not really a good strategy long-term. That's just me cheesing AI a little bit. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a knock at Eze as a player, by the way. That was just more a case of I felt like he was the wrong player at that time. You know, I think he had in the fact that then he was forced out of position, and it's like, it was a really weird sub. But yeah, I think they should have been given more time to actually do things when they're on the pitch. But again, that's just me, I guess. Yeah, Saka was at left back for about 20 minutes, and I get the feeling at half time of extra time he said, look, I don't like this, can you move someone else there because I can't play the role. And I'm like, okay, so Saka isn't our saviour there. You scored this very terrible score this round, you got 1652, but you're full cleared. Well, I think depending on your defense, that's certainly an interesting score. Yeah, I did see there was a bit of confusion for a minute. I think they worked it out by the end. Leia at the back definitely seems a bit saucy. The biggest issue England have got right now, just in response to that last bit, is we haven't got a left back. And I was looking at the game and thinking, if we're not giving Shaw minutes at any point, is he going to play in the next game? And if he's not going to play in the next game, you can't just throw him in for a semi-final or a final if we fluke our way to them. So yeah, I'm a bit stuck with it. Yeah, it sounds like you just need to get the shards for the BTL Sopper. It's not like the Y-Wing's a bad ship, it's just sometimes you do need the stars. We can base it and then we can do the special. Are you shooting Plo Marauder as if you got an R7 Plo? Honestly, I don't think England have got a plan without Shaw. I mean, the fact that we've stuck with the same team for, or mostly the same team for 4 games, and we've looked as clueless in each of the 4 games, I think it's a sign of where we are. And I go back to it, I don't feel like I'm a critic of Southgate. I've got a lot of respect for what he's done with the team over the last, what we took on now, 8 years. But yeah, I just think to myself, it's not looking good. Hey, I'd be happy with the R8 Plo requirement. I had mine at R7 before anything was announced for him. Alright, let's pass this here. And we'll do that. Don't forget as well, different ships will function differently. So if TIE Bomber worked better, Brill for TIE Bomber, but the BTL bomber's probably functioning differently. Yeah, it's why it was such a gamble bringing Shaw. I mean, I can't help but wonder if Tyreek Mitchell was just not favoured completely for him not to even get a shout. Oh yeah, I mean, it's strange when you think that Gomez seems to be the backup at centre-half rather than left-back, considering Consa came on there yesterday. What are my predictions for Ahsoka? I can believe Plo. I can believe Clone Wars Chewie. I think Phoenix would make sense, so I would say... I think if you were to do it, it'd be something like Era, maybe Relic 9, Kanan R9, and then the others R8. Maybe. Maybe Rex would stay R7. Because don't forget, they do that sometimes where they give you one that is already an R7 or whatever. We have had that in the past, so I wouldn't rule that one out. And I think any of the marquees would be R7 requirements. Yeah, Conser actually impressed me in the short time he was on the pitch. I mean, I think he might do better there than Trippier has, but I don't know if that's just we've all sort of seen Trippier for 3.5 games and we're like, yeah, anything's better. Oh, Barris is one I wouldn't be surprised at as well. He wouldn't be a better winger. He's, what, 33, 34? That's at the age when you start falling back, not moving forward. It's alright, I'm looking for my prints. Here he is. Yeah, so I got Plo to R7 a while ago. Here we go, just move the camera. And I can't help but think, I wouldn't be surprised if he isn't a requirement. Let me just go here, man. Alright, so we know that Ahsoka is. Personally, I think Plo's a good shot. I'm also just going to throw 3 things down here just for the fact that I think we're going to have a good stab in the dark that there's going to be 3 marquees, so 3 marquees, that's it. Then I would have a guess at Phoenix. I'm going to say Captain Rex will be an R7 requirement for the fact that they'd want to essentially encourage that. As much as I would like Sabine to be a requirement, it wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't something like Zeb. They always give something good. They're not always everything is awful. I'm just putting that one out there. The one thing I haven't put in here is Barris. How I'm looking at it, if we're going to do... Well, actually, this is a question. I don't know if Fulcrum will be involved. I wouldn't be against Fulcrum being involved, but I'm not expecting it. And I will just reiterate, I've put 3 blank spots there. One of them is Night Trooper, then the other 2 marquees. I'm just reiterating that. But yeah, I could see Zaris being involved. I mean, if we're looking at Phoenix, I'm not sure if they would put the others in. I don't know if Chopper and Ezra in this case would make it, because that's very much just relic the Phoenix faction to get the character. I thought they said 3. I don't know if it's 2 to 3 more or 2 to 3 total. I.e. 3 total. I'm pretty sure it was Mitadu Sad. I mean, that's one I could see. I did mention that before, but I'll add it in. I could see Clone Wars Chewie being involved. So is there anything that's... I mean, I suppose the only thing that's really missing would be Anakin. If you're talking about lore. I doubt they'd do gas again. Although maybe they would do gas. I actually might... Oh yeah, for sure, you can throw lore out the window. I'm not going to disagree there. Yeah, just being clear, I'm not going to disagree. But it wouldn't surprise me. Because when you think, they haven't actually done anything too connected to Ahsoka in the past 6 months. If you try and put Padawan, Obi-Wan, and Master Qui-Gon in there, I'm just looking and going, really? You know, that's a big F you to the players as far as giving something that's not even loosely connected, you know. So, I'm like... I think Phoenix makes sense. I know people will have gone for Phoenix for Rex, but I bet they aren't heavily relicked. I bet a lot of people have tried to cheese it, maybe R3, R5. So I imagine that's what they would like, to get people to take the Phoenix up to Relic 8, Relic 9, just force the issue a little bit. That's my guess. But I don't know. Can see how far off I am anyway. They might do OG Rex. But the bottom line for me is I would not be surprised if they don't do a double dip one. Yeah, Trench I'd be amazed at. There's just very little connecting them there. Endurance can trip people up. It's actually fairly good defensively. Well, at least early game. I mean, I think someone actually tripped up on mine with the Sith chips the other week. The only one I was just thinking to myself is, would there be a reason to have Ki-Adi-Mundi as a requirement for Ahsoka? I mean, there wasn't anything really specific between the two, was there? I'm not saying they couldn't do it, they could justify it just by saying, yeah, we want that, but it was just that thought of, maybe that's what they're thinking? I know they had that. They had the Geonosis arc where they were in the same story, but that's about it. I mean, I'd be waiting a while, at least on my free-to-play here. Yeah, I think if they do that, they've got to make Cam easier to get. They've got to give him some form of secondary farm method. I mean, well, I'm saying secondary, we're really on tertiary now, but expecting people to go back to light side Geo is cruel. And expecting people to get just via get 3 is also cruel. I mean, I did that on my main, but it was painful. That's my suspicion. I'm thinking next year it's Morgan with Thrawn. I think they let the TV show try and get another thing with Thrawn out next year, if that's the case. And then it can big Thrawn up a bit more ahead of putting him in the game. All just guesswork, though. And you think they can then do Balin? Because I don't know if they'd want to do Balin with Ray Stevenson or if they want to wait for a recast on him. Plus, I know it's a bit of an odd one, but I don't know where the rights would be as far as being able to use his likeness. I suspect Ray wouldn't have minded Idris being in the game, but you don't know if his family would veto it. It's not with Thrawn, but it started with Thrawn. That's why I think they'd be connected as far as release. You know, it's like Morgan's not with Thrawn now, but I'm going to say it's where it started. I think it's the weird thing though, right now, we haven't got a lot of knowledge on what's coming out when with Star Wars. Like, we know there's going to be, what's it called, the Mandalorian and Grogu film. But other than that, there isn't a lot on the horizon except for Andor. Am I just getting terrible RNG, or am I just completely missing something? I would like him in the game. I like both characters. Well, I like Balin. Shin, she's alright. I think I want to see a bit more of her. This one's gone, surely. Oh no, we got it, cool. Yeah, I would actually like that. I think that would make sense from a gameplay perspective. It would be more interesting if Shin got stronger if Balin died. You know, because I assume that's the method they're going to go down in the story, that Shin's got a path of her own kind of thing. Hey up, zombie, how you doing? I think they would actually make very good UFOs, to be fair. But you'd have to do something where they wouldn't want to work with Seer. That's another challenge. You know, anytime someone comes out with the UFO tag, it's like Seer goes, right, let me take a look at you. Don't know if I fancy you or not. Definitely a lot of potential for UFOs. It's like My first thought with Galactic Legend Ahsoka was Ufu, but it's only when I realised, hang on, she can actually be Phoenix. It worked out. Pardon me, it worked out in my head. It could be that. Doing good. Last Monday you got all your teeth pulled. Wow. You're drinking water and eating and also drinking Gatorade. Well, if it's any consolation, Zombie, my mum's going to have something very similar done. Well, similar, pretty much the same done in a week or a couple of weeks' time. So, if it's any consolation, we're thinking where you are right now. So, we're with you. Well, thoughts are with you. Let's shut this down. Who were talking about being neutral? Oh yeah, of course she's light side. I don't know why anyone thinks she's neutral. That's pretty rough, the pair of you. I mean, for my mum, it was just a case of she's just at that age where she needs to have them done. So, by comparison, you two have been very unlucky. Okay. Oh. Let's shake things up a bit. Grand Arena. Here we go. So, last round. I think it'd be safe to say I messed up a bit. Against Zack Skywalker, they pretty much owned me. So, less said about it, the better. So, with 0-2 for the week, we could really do with getting a win. Now, that is the plan, but let's show you the compare first. I've got the right guy, haven't I? Yep. just checking. So, marginally ahead on GP. I've got more Zetas, they've got more Omicrons, they've got the GL advantage. They've got more Relics than me, and more Relic 5 pluses. My speeds are higher on the 25s, they're higher on the 20s and the 15s. Anything out of the ordinary? They've got Raver, they've got Bow. All the stars in Levy and Prof. Alright, nothing shocking there. So, this is the plan. We're expecting Leia, Jabba, Finn Zori, Malgus, Rey, Lord Vader, Gas, and Dash. Not yet, no. So, we're going Bane the Leia, Afra the Jabba, Malgus the Finn Zori, Slacker the Bane, Seer the Rey, JML the Lord Vader. We're going to CLS Gas and Starkiller Dash. We might switch some of those around though. Especially if it isn't exactly that we're going to be facing. Okay, so they did get a full clear, but the word banners dropped, so let's see where and what. They dropped on Rex, or Phoenix. That's nice to see. I mean, I dropped last round on Phoenix, so I'm glad I wasn't the only one who underestimated him a bit. They dropped on Rey, and they dropped on Sana. That's kind of nice to see. I like that word in there, Zombie. It kept you calm. I mean, I think that'd be the biggest thing for... Well, if it were me, but I know for my mum as well. The idea that hearing things is probably the biggest problem. So if something can actually keep you calm, that is fantastic. Okay, Negotiator got a hold, so did Leviathan, so they had a tough time against us, so hopefully we can take advantage. Top wall, we got Jabba, we got Finzori, we got Malgus, we got Leia. So far so good. South wall, we can see Rey and Lord Vader. There is gas and there is dash. So, as expected. So, let's get cracking. Actually, I think we're going to use that one. Kilumnata, thank you for the follow. Hello there. Go on, we'll do our little move here. Throw some rocks. We'll get rid of that crit hit immunity. There we go, there's damage immunity. Blind, okay, good to know. Okay, a bit disappointing that. Let's pop that here. Okay. Just feeling a little bit tense right now. One stack of inspiration, that's not nice. Oh, okay. Feeling a bit better. Ooh. Yeah, I completely forgot about Barris, if I'm being honest. Oh, okay, never mind. Never mind. I'll take it. Don't care. We won. You know what? Dash, I'm leaving you, man. Let's go here. Yeah, that's one way of winning a battle. Just kill everything. Just leave no doubt. Just kill everything. Alright, rebels. Who do we want? Go on, let's do that. I think I back the rocks. Yoink, yoink, yoink. Something tells me gas could stand up quick here, so I'm a little wary of that. Okay, can we get Sexy Rexy out fast? Alright, it's only two. Sometimes it's nice using old-fashioned counters. You know, we're kind of in this age where it's like doing Sia Malicos, and it's like, I miss the days where CLS versus Gas was like the top meta counter. Okay, Lord Vader. Yeah. Let's send some Jedi to meet him. That's a very weird JML team. Let's try again. Let's get Jedi Chron on. I was going to say, I'm sure he'll be crushed by it. I'm looking forward to a Starkiller Ray myself. It just means, a bit like mentioned before, I could use Seer on Raver. Let's do that. I know he has a Sith tag, but I find it strange when I see just random Sith with Lord Vader. It's as if people think, that'll do. Do we have the Starkiller team? I do, Ladarius. We're planning on using it next, actually. We'll pass that there, just try and give a bit of turn meter. Yeah, can we put a mark there? Oh, here we go. How many dots are on me? 10. And only Luke's not dazed. You say let as if I had an easy choice. Or I was deliberately letting him. Okay. Okay, that's not bad. Fennec can clean up. I assume we're talking about the fact that for one ability, I chose to use the leadership ability with Cal rather than using Cal's basic. And it was just simply the fact that I wanted to try and pass a turn, try and keep everyone healed up. That was my logic. How I see it, we got Royal Guard down. We'll just we'll send this on full auto now. I didn't swap stances once. I'd done, if I remember right, I'd done the Armor Shred, and then I'd swapped stances. That's if I remember right. If I didn't do the Armor Shred, then yeah, I didn't do it once. Or once more. I mean, I can demod you if you want. Bribery works. Okay. We can clean this up. It's no big deal. It also helps that our opponent's attack, so we know what we're needing. Let's do that. Yeah, I'm sure we can cook something for Adrad. Okay. Do we go a little bit lighter here? By the by, I was really over committing on the back wall, considering I got Leia as a counter for CLS. Yeah, I think we just use Starkiller. I think it will be safe, but it's one of those where I don't like using some things when... You know, I mean, it feels a bit dirty at this point using this. It's like, really? We're using this on a dash team? Okay, so we do that. Let's throw that. Phoenix is a bit on defense. But yeah, completely right, it is overkill. Can we get rid of this? Phoenix actually got a hold for me today. So they did the job on defense. Okay, no surprises there. Possibly. And my luck is, though, I wouldn't have banked on it. Alright, in your own time, Bam. I mean, this is kind of it. I don't need to worry about banners, really. I mean, my opponent wasn't very efficient. As long as I actually just keep my losses down, I'm alright. Okay, so... That's actually a bit squishy than I thought it'd be. I'm sure we can shift something around for this. Okay, I'm going to leave this for a minute. Let's go up to the top wall. Let's make sure we get to fleet. What's the plan again? Well, this is what we've done so far. As predicted, it's Adrad, Mon Mothma, CLS at the back. We're going to do Bane on Leia, Aphra on Jabba, We're going to do Malgus on Finzori and Slacker on Malgus. I feel like my skill rating's been all over the place the past week since I found out that Tammin and Crimson were far apart. Well, not too far apart. Who did I just click on? Jabba. Right, Scoundrels. That's a shout. But I need this. Let's do that. I mean, if you could do GG with Staff over B2, then that might be something, but not worth the chance, really. I do want to try and give Stap some use at some point. It feels very... It seems very fun, but I just haven't got that spot for it yet. Does Malgus beat Zori? I didn't see Arnold's, but in theory it should do alright. Hey up, Icy, how you doing? Alright, that's nice and comfortable. Yep, the raid's tomorrow. I said it before, I'm looking forward to it just for that newness, but I've got this feeling of dread about it as well. Just the idea that my guild's scores are going to get hit and it's going to take a while to build back up to where we are. It's probably unsubstantiated, you know, like I'm just dreading it, but for no reason, but it's kind of where my head is right now. Probably not. If anything, I haven't got as much as, say, a playbook or an Arnold has, so they can do much better testing than me. Yeah, I think that's how we're going to end up. I don't actually know where my main's tickets are right now, to be honest. I could do a check-in. I know we haven't done the Endor raid in the past 48 hours or so, so we might be starting that tonight, which is a bit odd. Holdo's definitely the problem in that counter for sure. But saying that, Holdo's kind of been a pain in the arse everywhere she is at the moment. This one actually hasn't got Holdo, so I'm quite grateful for that. But I think essentially it's trying to get around her, isn't it? And then if you got Malik, just keep sucking. I'd like it if the road ahead came out soon, I'm not going to lie. I feel like we've been waiting on it for a while now. Yeah, looking at this, I'm actually wondering if we can go with something slightly different, just to maybe use Malgus on the Adrad or something. Could always play it safe. Okay, that explains it. I was looking at it and thinking, hang on, what's going on here? I thought I got them all, and then I just saw Zori hiding there with that annoying blue icon. Oh, is that Geist as well? Hang on. Alright, we should be able to start knocking them out now at least. Yeah, at this rate, Leia's feeling better. Which is mad. I mean, they should really be getting hit by the doubt. Yeah, Bulk Kron could have helped. We have got the leader out, that's something. See, this is where I don't like the buffs expanded. I can't see what's going on over there. Yeah, for sure, that's the good thing. We can at least clean up easier. We've got 90 seconds. I'm not ruling this out yet. It's not easy. We need to essentially get Malik out of this bloody stun lock he keeps getting in. Right, let's just try and get the shock. Right, come on, yeet. I feel like getting Hero Thin was good as far as trying to get through this in one with 40 seconds remaining. Okay. Those bloody stuns. Doesn't help when it takes forever for one turn from... Oh, what a waste. Okay. That was just slightly inefficient then at the end, but we could have done it if it had been like auto speed but manual play. Okay, I can live with that. Yeah, it's like I say, it's no big deal. It's just one of those where you're going, really? Really? Who do we throw at that? Or if we bought a Kron, yes. Wampa. Right, this should be straightforward. feel like everyone's got a bit of Zori PTSD right now. I know I have. It's strange because I love the team. You know, when it's not got the Chron, I think it's, you know, nice and fair and really challenging in a good way. But then you put this Chron in and it's like, good God. I know what you mean. Am I wrong in thinking we're due a new Datacron set this coming week? Yeah, I thought we were. I wasn't 100%, but I thought it feels like it's time. Can I have a cleanse, please? Oh, come on. That'll work. I mean, yeah, 65, I'll take that. Right, who am I throwing any in now? Mole? But yeah, I mean, I'm just curious what the next set's going to bring, because I don't think we're going to have Rebel Fighters again. Even though Luthen's the Conquest unit, I don't think they're going to give Rebel Fighters anything. So it's kind of up for grabs what the next set is. We've just had Galactic Republic, so it's not like there's going to be anything there. Ufu's could be a shout. I don't think there's been an Ufu one since Taran. I mean, I'm wondering if Night Sisters could be it. I don't know how long it is since the Night Sister one. I feel like it's a fair few months. Maybe bounty hunters? Like proper bounty hunters rather than Hook Cartel? Alright, Negotiator was expected back there, so again, we're still on course. It might be. Especially with the current Chron set. Yeah, if I got a good set of imps, I would have tried Iden. I feel like Iden can do Mon Mothma without good imps, whereas she needs a bit of help with the with poor imps. Oh, that was helpful. Yeah, definitely yes, that. I'll admit, I was just reading what Kit was saying about Night Sisters. You were preaching that the other day pretty much about Bulkron. Oops. Okay, we're gonna get creative. I was reading chat. It's got a squishy K2, we might be fine. As long as it don't cost us, it doesn't matter. Hey, I've said it before, right? I never claimed to be a good Swaggo player. I always put that one front and centre. If you come in here for like top quality plays, I mean, I don't know who advertised that to you. Alright. Let's do that. I mean, this is the home of Afro-lead Inquisitors, don't forget. I thought I'd just get in ahead of you there, Osprey. Let's do that. Can we get rid of Wedge? Alright, 67. I mean, just checking the... Yeah, it's going for the mirror, isn't it? The annoying thing is this is going to end up into a bit of one of those matches where we're essentially just slapping one another. We can put a Kron on though, which can help. Well, let's just start it in Adrad, I guess. Yeah, you see them here. You see them here first, folks. Alright, it's 5v4 at least. That's a good start. Doesn't help that both Adrads naturally will have a shit ton of tenacity. There we go. Considering that was a mirror I didn't mean to do, I'll take that. Okay, Leviathan. Can we knock 2 off? There we go. Okay, so they've got dagger starting, so... I play this the same way with dagger, don't I? Do the other starting move. What's the other starting move? Base it with Vader into buff dispel. I don't know if I did what you wanted me to do there, but we have got dagger out at least. Yeah, buttons were pressed. Stuff happened. Oh, okay, dodge. As things stand, we will lose... Well, we're going to lose the ship for a kickoff, but we are going to lose something else in a minute. Let's do that. And let's get rid of Marauder. Pass that there. Okay. I mean, I couldn't stop him going for Iden. Yeah, I wasn't counting then. I was just waiting to see what happens with this Mark 6. We can't really afford too many more drops, I don't think. Alright, Scimitar down. I'm hoping they've used their reinforcements. I'm toast here anyway, I think. The shock's gonna get me. Yeah, I mean, that was not great, but when I see it's probably the best worst case scenario, you know what I mean? Right, prof here. Let's just get rid of negotiator, then I kind of know what I'm working with. So 1, 2, 3. We'll play it safe with these two. Okay. Well, I would say we've got a bit of backup just in case something goes wrong. We've got Radis for First Order, and then whatever to clean up that last fleet. Just realised this isn't even a Marauder fleet. I'm at that point now where I see Negotiator, I think Marauder. It's not like ages ago when you used to have like different types of Negotiator and you think, oh, it could be 5 starting, it could be Ahsoka starting, all that kind of stuff. It's now just Marauder. That is the sorry? Isn't that Saber McSpinson? I don't know. I honestly don't know. I've got this image of Lutheran Rail ship when I hear that. His was a spinny ship. Oh, I know you're talking about when Sith Marauder actually bugs out. I know what you're on about. There's a Marauder ship now. It's the Bad Batch ship. Yeah, they've made Bad Batch. Well, they made the Galactic Republic fleet a lot better, actually. It was meant for endurance, but like anytime CG brings out a new ship and says it's meant for this thing, the community has one look at it and goes, nah, we won't do our thing with it. Don't tell us what to do, we do what we want. Okay, resistance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there's definitely some good synergies with it. I would actually like to see how it performs with Mace and the clone ships as it was intended. I bet it could be a decent fleet. Okay. Ooh. Well, if you insist. Yeah, we can have a go, Ada. Got another Grand Arena after this one, but sure, we can have a go. I wouldn't mind trying that deck out on you. One, two, three. I put it in Snapchat before I came on. Okay, 51, final score. 1789, so not a great offense from me, but we did enough to get over the line. Yeah, like I said, we got a bit of room to play around with, so we didn't end up with the wooden spoon, which is the main thing, so thank God for that. Hey, samesies. Alright, claim that. Oh, no, I don't want to buy more crystals. I mean, I'd like more crystals if you're willing to offer game, but I don't want to buy more. Okay. Yeah, Ada, it is a move deck, but it's got a bit of bounce stuff in it as well. Here we go. That's only 2 out, Icy. I've just launched the game, or I hit the button to launch the game, and it's now giving me a preparing game thing again, which tells me it's got like big load issues. So I've got to fix it. Anything else with EA in the background? This is the only issue I'm having with this right now. The EA launcher's not great. I mean, it's one thing, because of this, I never do my GACs on my phone. So yeah, it's a little bit odd for me, because I've only ever got the BlueStacks and the client to sort of see how it's performing, if you like. But touchwood, performance-wise, it hasn't been bad on PC so far, other than actually getting through the launcher. Okay, so while this is all launching up, let's bring this over here, and where's me keyboard? Here it is. Great. There we go, Crimson. Get there in the end. Who am I up against this time? I have forgotten your name, whoever you are. Okay, it's this one. Bevy Kadarn. So they've got quite a bit of GP on me. Quite a lot of Zetas on me as well. But that's probably the biggest Zeta gap I've had for a while. Yeah, they got Relic Advantage, Relic 5 Plus Advantage. I'm ahead of them on the speed mods, which is quite impressive on my side. Yeah, that's very impressive. I mean, granted, I still think my score is pretty bad as far as only having 3725s, but considering someone's at 11 plus million and they've only got 15, I'm taking that. No, not double my GP. I'm 9.9 there, 11.5. Yeah, they ain't that big. But yeah, they've got all the GLs, anything they're missing. They haven't got Raver, they haven't got Bow. Alright, so we've got a bit of wiggle room. A little bit. Okay, so this is what we're expecting. Starkiller, Malgus, GG, Rey, Adrad, Leia, Lord Vader, Jabba. So again, this is very tentative because when I was doing it, I realised by the point I put Mother Talzin in here, I was like, hang on, I have got a lot of off-meta counters here. Like, I realised I was doing Starkiller Rey, and I'm like, if this is not a good Starkiller matchup, we're not doing that. So, we've got wiggle room of sorts. Like, I put JML there just because it's like I wanted to put him on the board. But if it turns out, hang on, we need to Starkiller Rey, we can then JML to Lord Vader. I'm probably going to keep this as it is, though, because even though it's going to be a two-shot, I think that might be safer than the alternatives. So yeah, that's where I am. As far as I know, and feel free to shout out at a time, Sidious can still solo Starkiller. So we will probably try that. It's weird, that is a Chron I will miss, just because Sidious is he's pretty useless without it. Sid still does that, that's good to know then. I hope they give Sid something to make him better long term, because I know he's useful in the raid, but it's like, that's all he's good for. Alright, so we've got the same teams as last time. We've got Finn, Rey, Trench, Bam. South Wall's hit once. It's Rey, Jedi Train's been knocked down. There's Qui-Gon, Gas, and Phasma. Let's have a sip of my drink before we see what they've done. Alright, that's the same as we were expecting. And it is a Holocron Rey. Although, it's not the one with the level 6. So we just might be able to Star Killer it. Maybe not, but maybe. We got Adrad. Let me just move my screen down here. Yep, we got Adrad, Leia, Jabba, and Lord Vader. So yeah, as expected. Let's get going then. I think I did this last time. It is weird because you obviously want... it was a Holocron Rey, yeah. As I haven't got a Bane Cron, I feel like we're having to just kind of wiggle along until the actual Cron expires. If that's the case, we can do the shift around I mentioned then. Yeah, Bane's got a funky looking helmet. If we just back up a second, go back to the Rey. I know what you're getting at with the turn meter, but how bad would it be? I mean, yeah, the first turn will go against me, but they take the first turn anyway. But how bad would it go from there? Yeah, I mean, I'll check Insight. I'm not going to put Rose in, because Rose will just skew the numbers, I bet. It was RJT, wasn't it? Oh no, it was... Oh no, it was. It was. And let's just make sure it's got the defense Cron. Okay, so... win rates are down. That's safe to say. What if I put Rose in? 25% win rate. But all four of these were, all these three were the 100% tenacity. Let's get rid of Rose. And let's go for the actual level 6. Which is that? 2% offense. You see, I would up it. I would try and put Rose back in, but I know Rose will just skew the data. It's not a lot to go on. Yeah, it looks a bit rough when you look at the data. I think what we'd do, we'll do the other three. So we're dealing with the south first. We do CLS Adrad, Bane Leia, Night Sisters Mon Mothma on Jabba, and then when it gets to Lord Vader, we can just think about it, can't we? Or at least work out what's best. Okay, so we'll come to that in a minute. I feel like I need to get this Bane out of the way just so that I know if it works or not. The new hotspot. I've got this idea of like a vibe and like a little new area in town centre. Like, hey, have you seen a new hotspot? Oh yeah, the camouflage. Ah, saw it. That's it can be a bit annoying, that. Fun but annoying. Like I played this morning. I had like 2 or 3 players in a row playing nil. It was it wasn't that fun having my deck stolen. This isn't going well. Come on, Bane, take a turn. Okay, 1 down. Okay, Jabba. It's like I said, this is why I was not sort of just with Starkiller and Rey. I was thinking we might have to try it, if you know what I mean. Maybe. All I was thinking was we need the highest relic, and if we're going to use Vader, we might as well use him. The idea of Night Sisters against Hut Cartel, at least with these Night Sisters, is to get it just to a Soul Jabba and then you clean up the Jabba. If you've got better Night Sisters, you could even do it in a one-shot, I think. Yeah, Mon Mothma's my thought. Come on, 19 stacks, Chris is dead. Okay. 10 on Boost, she should be close. No. Boost decided to hang around there. Some crazy drivers around my area, it seems. Okay, we'll do that. In full auto. Okay, so again, not great as far as banners. We're dropping straight away, but at least with this one, we knew we were doing that. I think that's what we're doing. We want Wedge to put defense down. Yeah. You don't want Kara because Kara gives him protection up. Yeah, and it feels a bit of a waste bringing her if she's not able to do that. That could just be me, but I feel like that's a big draw, you know. Oh yeah, I mean, that's really frustrating me how I'm not landing it. Oh well, we got through. Okay, Lord Vader. Yeah, I think we got a JML here. With JML here. I don't think we can afford to star killer Leia, so I think we slacker the Leia. Okay. Maybe put in Shaq instead of GMY. Three forms of cleanse. I mean, the one thing here as well, it hasn't got Maul, so that's something. Let's give that to JKL. Of course. Okay, that was pretty clean. So we can come back to this. We've got Slacker, First Order. Let's just knock it down. Right, that blowed a bit. You're hoping your opponent's knocked a few down. MILF Man. Is that a new superhero, Osprey? What's 10 PM where you are? I mean, it's 4:30 my time. Oh, hang about. You're only a little bit south from me. I would have thought that. It was with you mentioning 10 PM. I thought, oh god. Oh, wow, I really underestimated that K2SO. Yeah, they were some cheap banners to give away for sure. Yeah, if Anakin's dead, usually you've got to clean up on the cards. Okay, so we got Phasma FOTP with the Fostkron. Oh, you're talking about Fleet Arena, sorry about that. Got Qui-Gon. Okay, gotta do some calculations here, so it's plus 60. That's 327. I've got to give them a go. I've got to try and give them their debut, and if not, I'm just going to be sad that I wasted them, but they deserve a shot. I mean, 332. YOLO. $65. Thank you, Bad Batch. You are welcome to my roster. Okay. Back to normal service. Yeah, considering that's the first time I used Bad Batch at that level since 2021, I think. I'll take that. I think that's when I stopped playing my baby account. Might have been 22. And also, I don't think Omicron's were as big a thing then. Right. So this is the funky bit. I've got Trier and Malgus at the back here, and I'm like... It feels a bit overkill using them on these two teams. But, saying that, both of these have got decent crons. I actually don't think it's that bad for it. What, Adrad the Grand Inquisitor? When do I won't be safe? Oh, poor words. Okay, let's go there. Alright, he's back. I mean, that was just overkill 8. Okay, 100%. Here we go. Let's steal that Terminator. Pass it over to Adrad. Just need to get past Bleeding Ninth now. One bright with the raid, thank you very much. Don't know if anyone can give a shout out, but I would appreciate it. I'm just knee deep in Inquisitors right this second. Hey, little fishy, how you doing? Come on, let's do that. And let's do that. Another one down. Come on. $63. Alright, let's get the shout out on. I think if someone screamed that in my ears, I think I'd burst into laughter. Bloody hell. I gathered. Man, oh man, that bloody spooked me up. I was just going to say, just shot everyone's blood pressure up. Oh, that's something. Oh, hang on a minute, I won't get me bleeding thing back on here. Where is it? Here we go. Okay. Let's chill. Yeah, I'm kind of stuck now. Ooh, hang on. I wonder if we could do Wampa. Have I still got that window open? No. I don't know if Wampa's getting done by that. Who were the sides? It was Officer, TIE Pilot and Executioner. Okay. Let's make sure the cron's on. Wampa's 43%. Wonder what's going wrong with that. Could it be stuns? Because I know there is some stun shenanigans in this set. Maybe not worth chancing this. You're after speed, I take it. Maybe it's a dispel.
What do we do? Take Trench out the 300 club for Gideon to be 369 speed.
What I would say is Trench doesn't need to be crazy fast, so I'd say so. Swagger's GG's probably got a point, but I'd have thought a balance is important as well. So if you can't do a protection arrow, try an offense arrow and see if you can put a protection arrow on the triangle or the cross if it's saying do an offense one there.
Saba ping, Saba ping, Saba ping, Saba ping, Saba ping, Saba ping. We now have 2,369 char.
How am I not surprised? How many 269 though? And is the 169 game not a thing? Okay, damage immunity there sucks. That is like top tier bad. Especially with the cleanse. Oh wow. Yeah, definitely explaining some of the losses here. The Order Relentless is cooling down really fast as well. At this point in time, I'm just hoping to get a few out with AoEs. Or dot damage. Trouble is, the cleanses are coming in just before the damage lands. There's going to be a point when I have to back out here, but I'm hoping we've still got time to at least try and do something. Like, Phasma's kind of looking squishy. I feel like there's something to be gained from this battle, but I'm just wary of going in too long. Glad you've got faith through Vader. Oh, now that would have been nice if we could have got the dots before the cleanse. Oh, come on, get in there, you get. Oh, you sexy wampa. $68. Right. Never a doubt. Never a doubt. Yeah, here I am searching for a drink. Okay. Just thought, does Zaris make Sidious a no-no? Something tells me yes, but I would like to check. I'll take that. I can imagine that being a problem with some crons. I mean, like, that, not exactly the same, but that's kind of happened with me and Grand Inquisitor and the Ninth Sister Cron. The normal battle, I'm able to sort of play my way around it well enough. But I was killing Qui-Gon at first too fast that I had to adjust the battle just to not kill him off as fast and die to Anakin's AoE. It's not the same as banners, but the principle's kind of the same. Alright, clear 69. Don't really know what I'm going for here, if I'm being honest. I'm thinking, do we go overboard or do we chance it with less? Because it's only an R5 Malgus. What's on defense? Set. I think Set is available. Set's available. I know I ended up re-rolling a fair few times, Fish, just to make sure I got a Padme Cron. I mean, between Gungans and Luminara, I kept getting everything but Padme. It is rough, because you kind of feel you have to if you want the decent one. The irony is, I'm actually trying to get a Gungan Cron now so that I could actually use it with Boss Nass, and I rolled Jar Jar yesterday. And the re-roll got me Tarpals and Bombardier, so I was like, I'll stick with Jar Jar. It's pretty funny, you got 5 Gungans and I got all 4 of the other ones pretty much. Well, no, that's pretty bad. I mean, 300 mil, you'd like to think you could still be getting stuff in TW. Alright, let's see how much of a mess this turns out. We'll put you in. And we'll go for that. Yeah, I've got to agree, I wouldn't do the re-rolls. That's just bad value. I thought we were okay in that regard. We should get a Dispel now. There we go. Even though I can't do anything about it, I can at least focus on Rey a little bit. Cool. No, we're not doing that. Oh, ho, 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 ho. So I'd say what? Alright, Ben. Just die, man. Yeah, definitely a big advantage of BSF. I mean, I know for myself, I always try and prioritise around Sith Empire battles, so having a pretty chunky health pool, it's not a disadvantage. I mean, it's a nice balance. I'm sure there might be better uses for it, but in terms of what you're using, it's good. You know what I mean? It's like me, I've got a fast Paplu. And people probably would say, oh, why have you got the speed on Paplu? It's because if you go and use him, it's good speed to have on him. But it's equally that thing of you could probably find better use for it on other characters, if you get my drift. But if you want it there, it's good. Okay. Levy, Negotiator, Holdo. And yeah, I bet it isn't anywhere near the fastest. I'm guessing the fastest DR's 360 something. $375, wow. Oh, 364, fair play. Still, that's very high, isn't it? I mean, when you I'm pretty sure when I had DR as my fastest tune, it was in the 330s. It's a sign of how speed's moved up. I find that remarkable that I gained turn meter, yet they still two turns before me. Bit greedy. Yeah, I mean, they're on to compensate in other areas. Yeah, I think that's someone who's basically got God mods and thought, you know what, DR deserves these. Now, I'm not saying they're wrong, just to be clear, it's just to put a 29, sorry, two 29s, a 228s and a 27 on DR, it's like, yeah, they like the DR. Alright, that was pretty smooth. 69. No Marauder again. Thought my cat was crying then. I was going to say, what's going on? Oh, hang on, hang on. Slight misplay. I could have got Anakin out, instead we're going to have to dance around him for a turn or two. There we go. No big deal. Just a little bit awkward. No retreat, no surrender. You know what, I'm quite content not competing in these tables. The only time I've ever tried was with my Cara Dune, and even that I've sort of retreated on. At one point she was like in the 350s and I've allowed her to get slower. I think there might be one or two 30 speed secondaries. Like, I think I've seen people on Reddit boast about them. I mean, take that with a pinch of salt, it is Reddit after all. That's something to flex, I guess. Okay, so we haven't got comeuppance coming in. This is the trouble though, I use the AoE and we waste it, so let's just do that. Alright, we get 2. Okay, when I said we get 2, I did actually mean to kill 2. I sense sarcasm, Gaster. Oh, okay. Can this be evaded? Nope. Let's do that then. C'est moi. Right, let's just smack that. This is a counter I just don't like. I really need to fix it. Even if it's just putting Radis on defense. Yeah, 1788. Pardon me. It'd be safe to say this wasn't a good offense again. I mean, one that could be avoided, one not really. Everything else is one-shots, but the banner's probably dropped off here and there. Still, I'm curious how they get on, because obviously they did the one and left it, so are they coming back for more, or are they just doing one and noping out. We'll find out, I guess. Right, I think I'm all done here. Can I just check this? Yep, okay, so with that in mind, I think it's time for a raid. Oh, hang on, I've just thought to myself, Ada, are you still around? If you're still around, we'll have a snap game. I can see your name in the chat, but I don't know if you're there. Let me tag you just in case that catches your eye. I've got no idea how to do this thing at the bottom of your thing. Is that it? I'm not even sure if I've tagged the right person. I'll give them a minute anyway. But yeah, I'm going to say, I'm curious how we get on with that last one. I mean, it was not great offense from me, but I don't think we did terrible. I mean, I know that's nice to flex, but it's like one of those, are you actually benefiting from it in any way? I can't imagine you are. I mean, is there actually a benefit to having a fast Mace Windu? Okay, I can get that. So it's the idea the two are naturally fast so they can swap turns off and okay, I respect that. It's just not something I would have thought of personally. I'd have thought it'd be more luxury than necessary. Have we had any votes on this? Yeah, we've got 4 saying do the votes, 2 not. Okay, so it's a... Bear with me, I'm just trying to track some poll votes down. Who's that? Right, I'll be honest. I don't think Ada's around, so I'm gonna have to redeem that for him. Oh, hang on, not here. Right.
Belly goal, 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 goal.
Belly goal, 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 goal. Is that like what happens when someone hits my belly and then it reverberates?
Belly goal, 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 goal.
Alright. Let's get raided options up. I did want to give Ada enough of a chance there. Shall we go to RSG? And say, I think they might just be starting. I think they might. Okay, so quick thank you to Killam for the follow and for the raid from Lost Womprat. So thank you very much, both of you. Back now on Thursday, we'll talk about the Naboo raid then, see how everyone's getting on with it in the opening days. And yeah, maybe we'll have some news before then, because it feels like a road ahead's coming. I don't know about you guys. Alright, until then, I will hopefully see you around. Bye for now.